Right, so it's the Kurt Cobain Nirvana budget rig part 3. Today we're talking pedals. Part 1 was guitars. So I decided I'm going to be using budget guitars, no modifications, just as they are stock. A lot of people have been saying to me, to get the Nirvana sound you need to stick Seymour Duncans in, this, that and the other. You only use this guitar, you only use that guitar. I'm fully aware of all the guitars I use over the years. I've had all the signature models, I've modded guitars myself with Seymour Duncan pickups, etc. So for this video I'm purely going to be using stock guitars with single coil pickups, one with the humbucker there. I've done a lot of videos in the past where I've sort of got the Nirvana sound out single coil guitars and people have asked me how I've got that sound. So again, this is how I'm going to do it. People ask me every day how to get the Nirvana sound, so this is going to be my take on sort of how I get the sound. So again, I'm going to be using the Jaguar Squier Vintage Modified with Seymour Duncan design single coil pickups. I'm going to be using the Squier Bullet Mustang HH with dual humbuckers, and the Squier Vintage Modified Mustang with, again, Seymour Duncan single coil pickups. So these are probably the two closest looking budget guitars you can get to get that sort of Nirvana look, and I'm sure I can get a big sound out of them. But I'll show you how I do it, and in later videos I'll go through my setup, and I'll even play these against some recordings and show you how well they cut into the mix and stuff like that. So little tricks to get your guitar shooting through so you get that big sound. So anyway, today we're talking about pedals. Cobain over the years used a lot of different sort of pedals and ranges, and he sort of went from rat pedals. He's used big muffs in his time, the Boss DS-1s, DS-2s, all sorts of distortion pedals, all sorts of chorus pedals. I'm just going for that general overall sort of Nirvana sounds. Again, I've done it in previous videos where people ask me how you've got that sound. So for me, I'm just going to stick to two types of pedal, and that's going to be distortion and chorus pedal. That is your basic Cobain sound for me. The part 2, I was talking about amps, so I used the Boss Katana. Basically, for me to get the Nirvana sound, I think you just need a super clean amp, because Cobain sort of used twin reverbs and Vox AC30s and all sorts of other amps over the years, Mesa Boogies. So I think it's really important you get that clean sound. Basically just use your amp just for that clean sound. So for me, the Boss Katana 50 I think is a good budget amp, £163. So pedals, I've gone for two types. Again, budget rig, but I think you've got to use a Boss pedal to get that Nirvana sound for the distortion. You've got the DS1, which is I think it's £53 in the UK, or for an extra £8 you could have got the DS2. So I know it's budget rig, but I think for the extra £8 it's not a big difference in price. So I've gone for a brand new, again, Boss DS-2 Turbo Distortion. This is the Nirvana sound for me. Plenty of distortion, get it on the sort of turbo mode. Again, the next video I'll talk about how to set all these up. I'm just for now I'm just saying what pedals I'm going to be using. So yeah, distortion, I say a Boss DS-2, but if you want to be ultra budget, ultra small, you want like a nano pedal, I'm going to also try out a Donner Morpher True Bypass distortion pedal, and that is a tiny little micro pedal, nano pedal, whatever you call them. So you get normal, tight and classic sounds on the switch there. You've got your level, you've got your tone, and you've got your gain dial. So yeah, I'm going to try these two. So this is sort of like, budget ultra budget and sort of budget distortion. To be honest, there is other ones in between these prices, but I think if you really want to get that Nirvana sound, that is the pedal to go for. And I'm going to see what I can do with like the ultra budget distortion pedal. So that's my 2 distortion pedals. Right, so I think the next most important part of Cobain's sound was the chorus effects he used. He famously used his Electro-Harmonix small clone chorus through most of the earlier days, even through sort of Nevermind and In Utero, but later on he sort of flipped over to more sort of like the Electro-Harmonix polychorus pedals. So I decided to try and get that sort of Electro-Harmonix small clone sound. Them pedals are about £80 new, so I thought budget rig, I'll get the Nano Clone from Electro-Harmonix. This is $41.73, so about half price of the big brother which sort of Cobain used. This has just got the sort of standard rate dial in it, but I think this will be sort of more than up to the job to get the sort of Cobain chorus effects, sort of that Warden sound mixed with the DS2. Or again, I've gone for an ultra budget one, a nano sort of pedal. This is a Donna Tutti Love chorus guitar effects pedal. This was $22.99. Again, ultra small, sort of goes with the other ultra budget one, which was again $22.99. So this has got sort of 3 settings on it. So you've got your level, you've got your rate, which is the main dial, and you've got your depth sort of dial there. So my 2 chorus pedals again will be budget rig and ultra budget rig. So that's my 2 chorus ones. I could have got into sort of pedal boards, you know, physical pedal boards, but for now Cobain didn't even use them really anyway, so we'll just have these stuck on the floor. I'm going to use some patch cables. These were Stag. They were $5.99. There's, what's in there, 6 of them in there, all different colours. So that's some patch cables. This power supply, power brick, what's it, a Muskey? This was $23.99. I've used one of these before. This was off Amazon. It's a real good set. So obviously I need to power the pedals up. Right, so yeah, there's all sorts of different power cables in there. Power all your pedals up. Just quickly show you, it's got the actual mains adapter in there. Again, this was $23.99, so ultra budget. Let me just quickly open this up and show you. There's a tiny little power station, a bit like the Voodoo ones, bit of a sort of take off them. These all light up, so if you turn that switch on you can turn them all off, or they all sort of light up blue. Ultra small, good little power supply. So yeah, what's it? Muskey power station DC Core 10, $23.99. That included delivery. So yeah, so to summarise, the gear so far: vintage modified Mustang and Jaguar, brand new at the minute. These are about 275 mark. They sort of vary between 320, 350 new, but again I got that one used. That was £250. Used, you can get these for about £200. The Squire Bullet Mustang HH. These are £114 at the minute in the UK. Used, I've seen them for about £75, so you can get a real bargain there. Boss Katana 50. Again, that was £163. Great amp, I think, perfect for the Nirvana stuff to get that real clean sound. And then obviously all the distortion and chorus, I'm going to be using pedals. So Turbo Distortion again was £61. Nano Clone chorus was $41.73, and these 2 micro nano pedals $22.99 each. All these were with free shipping, and the power supply $23.99, and a patch cable. So next video I'm going to start putting it all together, just seeing what sort of sounds best. Whether you want me to in the future ones stick to one or the other, ditch one, or just keep using them all to see what you can get out of the sounds, along with the guitars obviously, because I'm going to be using all three of them, so yeah, I'll probably just end up using all these pedals anyway. But yeah, that's going to be my sort of rig for this Kurt Cobain Nirvana budget guitar rig. Next video I'm going to be plugging it all in, see what sounds we can get. So let me know, comments below what you think. Please subscribe to my channel, like the video and all that, and thank you for watching, and see you on the next part.